Let's go.
Live?
Come on.
Oh, I can't see it on my side. All right. Okay, shalom. This is the ISUPK. Started out at 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. All right, we've been teaching the truth, man, that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the children of Israel, the children of God according to the Bible. All right. And this truth has been coming out since 1969 in the ISUPK, man. All right. And we teach brotherhood in the ISUPK. We teach brotherhood. We teach our people how to be brothers, man. How to be a nation again. How to be strong again. You understand? So, you know what I mean? Because us being divided and being individuals does not benefit us, man. You understand? We can never rise up. We can never be strong. You understand? If we're individuals. And that mindset comes from oppression, man. That mindset of being individuals come from the oppressors, man. And we're going to go in the Bible today, man, and we're going to read some scriptures. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go to Leviticus 19 and 17, Baba Kasha.
Another one, Khan. Leviticus 19. The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
This is blacks, man. For black people, for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You understand? Those blacks are the so-called Negroes is what we're talking about. You understand? We're not talking about the Africans. All right? We're not Africans. We are a different nation of people, man. And we got 12 families. We got 12 tribes in this earth. And they are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. That's us. You understand? Throughout time, we've been scattered in various captivities after captivity. You understand? And so what? We've lost touch, man. We've lost the connection of being a nation. You understand? The connection of who our nation is. Well, guess what, man? We got the blueprint in this holy Bible, man. You understand? The Bible tells us who we are. We don't need no DNA test from the heathens to tell us who we are, man. We don't need no fake DNA tests from the oppressors to tell us who we are. The Bible tells us who we are. The Word of God tells us who we are, man. And our history correlates with the Bible. Our past, our present, and our future, man, correlates with this Bible, man. You understand? It fits the Bible. You understand? It fits the punishments and it fits the blessings, man. And that's what we're going to go through, you understand, in this topic, man. In this brotherhood class. Read on. I read that again, Baba Krishna.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
So blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we supposed to not hate one another in our hearts, man. You understand? Meaning we ain't supposed to wish death on each other. We ain't supposed to wish ill and be ill towards each other, man. All right? We're supposed to want good for our people. All right? That's our job. That's what we're supposed to want, man. Just like the heathens, all the other nations, they look after their own. You understand? So why is it we're scattered everywhere? Why is it we looking out for everybody else and no one's looking out for us? It's because we're a different people, man. And we need to recognize this, understand this, and get ourselves together, man. Read on.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
And you know that hear no evil, see no evil. We're supposed to rebuke our neighbor, man. That's why now when we do that, turn our eyes away from sin, and we don't. No one's correcting anyone. We're not correcting each other from away from doing wrong. But guess what we have now? We have chaos and destruction in our surroundings, man. We live in destruction. That is hell on earth, black man, Hispanics and Native Indians. We are living hell on earth, man. Why? Because we're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. We're not doing what the Lord says, man. We're not doing this, what was just read just then. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, man. Tell thy neighbor where he's going wrong, where he's sinning. Point him to the laws of the Lord and show him on or her, you understand, where we're going off at or where they're going off at, man. So we all can become, so we can all benefit from it. We can all be blessed from the Most High. You understand? Instead, we got to suffer for the crumbs. We got to suffer and fight for and scramble for the crumbs which falls from the oppressor's table today, man. Why? Because we're being disobedient. We ain't trying to do this. But if we were to do this, we don't have to scramble for crumbs, man. We'll be giving them the crumbs, man. You understand? We're trying to love everybody and all that, and it doesn't work out for us. We suffer in the end. We get the short straw, whether we do or don't, man. You understand? So it's time for us to don't be friending them, don't be loving them. You understand? You love your own people, man. Trying to fit in with them when it doesn't even work. It doesn't work, man. It's just destruction for us. We lose our heritage. We lose our flavor. We lose our style. We lose our soul when we try and find fit in with them, man. That's what happens, man. We lose our nation and we lose brotherhood, man. The most important thing for a nation to build and keep a nation up and strong is brotherhood, man. And we lose that when we join everybody else. You understand? And read on.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Right. So we're not supposed to avenge our own nation. People, children of our nation, we ain't supposed to, you understand, revenge our people. You understand? And harming them and killing them, man. You understand? Read on.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
That's what our God says. That's what our Heavenly Father says. Why? Because He's the Lord, man. He made us all. So why are we going to envy and hate and want to stab and kill or shoot our own people, man? Why do we want to destroy our own? Why do we tear down and rip down our own? You understand? Rather than building our own, man. All right? We're supposed to have brotherhood and build our own nation, man. We ain't supposed to be, you know, tearing each other down. We learned that from the oppressors, man. Our people have learned that from the oppressors, man. It's been over 400 years of mental programming, man. You understand? That's why. That's the result today of how we live it. We're living, you understand, the backlash of oppression, man. The backlash of slavery. We have never been healed. You understand? And that's why the ICPK is here today, man, to heal our people and show them the right way to live. You understand? So we can live and have life, live a long life. You understand? And enjoy ourselves in abundance, man. Abundantly. You understand? Read on.
Ye shall keep my statutes. Oh, it's like that goes into something else.
So that's that 18 done, yeah?
Come on, sir.
Yeah, get Amos 3 and 1, Baba Kusha. 1 to 2.
Amos 3. Book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
So we need to understand that the Lord is against the Israelites because of our wickedness, man. Because of the wickedness of our doing, and we don't want to hear these words of the Lord, man. Hear this word. How many times does the Lord need to speak to us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, to hear this word, man? All right? Hear this word, O children of Israel, man, because that's who we are. We're the Israelites that's found in this Bible, man. This Bible is our heritage. This Bible is where we found our culture, is where we find our culture at, man. This is our culture is obtained in here. How we treat one another is obtained in here, man. In this Bible, man. King James 16:11, you understand? That's where we find our culture. And that's where we find our life again, our spirit again, our God, you understand? Because our God ain't the same as the gods of the heathens. You understand? Our God is different, man. Our God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And we are Jacob. That's our God. Read on.
Against the whole family, which I brought up. against the whole family.
As a family, man, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians today make up the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel, the real Jews that the Bible speaks of, man. That's who we are. And the Lord is against us for breaking his laws, not obeying his word, man. And here we are now suffering in the hands of the oppressors. So what do we need to do, man? We need to return to the Most High so we can be blessed. You understand? So he can bless us, man, and he will turn his you understand, his anger into our favor, and turn the favor which is given the heathens into ruling this earth back into our hands, man. He will give the earth back into our hands, so we rule. Because the heathens don't know how to rule this earth. They're destroying everything, man. Read on.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So the Lord don't know the Arabs, man. The Lord don't know the Caucasians, man. The children of Esau. Meaning what? He don't know them like he did not choose them. That's what it means to know. He created all nations, yes. But he doesn't know them like that. You understand? Like you got friends and you got outsiders, right? Or you got brothers, more to the point. And then you got other families. They don't know you like that, man.
Right.
You don't know them like that. Your father in your household, he doesn't know someone else's children. You understand? You only have I known, man. I'm teaching you because you're my children. You're my sons. I'm teaching you. That's what the Lord is saying, man. Hear this word, man. The whole family which I brought from Egypt. The Lord killed the Egyptians and brought a family up from Egypt. Jacob's 12 sons, man. They became a nation in Egypt, man. They grew and multiplied in Egypt and came out of Egypt in multitudes, man. That nation, that family, hear this word, man. And who are you today? Who are we today, man? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. That's who we are today in the Western Hemisphere, suffering the same curses, the same punishments that our forefathers had suffered in ancient Egypt. The same way we built Egypt, our forefathers built ancient Egypt, the pyramids and all that, Ramses and Pythons, you understand, Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. And now here we are in the Western Hemisphere. Guess what we did, man? We made Britain great. We made America great, the great United States of America. That's what they call it, right? We made it great. It was great off the backs of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Blood, sweat, tear, rape, rob, plunder, and murder. That is the Holocaust right there, man. You understand? Right. That is the real biblical Holocaust right there, man. Coming out of the Bible. You understand? And coming from the men of the Lord, man. And the ISUPK. That is the Holocaust that we want to talk about. And no one wants to address it, man. No one in the world wants, all nations in this earth, none of them want to address that Holocaust, man. Everybody look up to the Jewish man, right? And they say that, and they got great respect for those people, man. Right. They got great respect for them, right? But when it comes to black people's suffering, black people's cries, black people's tears, and the crimes that they committed against us, nobody says anything. Everybody hold their peace. Everyone hold their tongue, man. When it comes to black suffering, we got to walk around saying Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. You understand? And why we're saying that is because we're the one getting shot down, man. Because we're the one suffering, man. Because we're the one that no one anytime we come out with the truth, they try to shut it down, man. That's what they do. So then they say what? White lives, all lives matter. That's what they, to shut us down, so we can't even have a voice. We can't even have a little speech. We can't even say, listen, man, our lives matter, man. Our lives matter in this world today. Amongst all these heathens, our lives matter. You understand? Right. And they don't want to hear that, man. They come out with why all lives matter. So if all lives matter, why are we getting shut down, man? If all lives matter, why are we the ones suffering at the bottom of society today? If all lives matter, why is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians at the bottom suffering, man? Why is all nation, you understand, using and abusing us if all life matter, man? If all lives matter, why isn't there a picture of a black Christ, man? A black Most High, man? Black angels, you understand? If all lives matter, where's our position in this earth amongst these heathens? If all lives matter. If all lives matter, why is my people, black people, only got corner shop, only got not corner shops, man, only got a little hairdresser's salon and a little food takeaway? If all lives matter, where's our supermarkets? Look at these big, great empires in Great Britain and Great United States of America. All this lavish living, what they're living, the oppressors are living lavishly, feed himself sumptuously every day, man. And he looks at Lazarus, the blacks today. You understand? That's the condition we're in, like Lazarus with sores, man. Right? And we're begging for the crumbs that fall from the oppressor's table, man. You understand? And he won't even give us nothing, man. If all lives matter, then where does our life fit in all of this, man? Right? Why are we the one to suffer? And why are we the one to accept all of their garbage, all of their foot on our necks? You understand? All of their hate speeches and their hatred towards us, and we got to take it with a smile, man. Why is that? If all lives matter. But they know all lives don't matter, and every single nation's job on this planet is to keep down blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? Us in the ISUPK have found out the ways of the wicked, and we're making it known to the whole earth, man. You understand? They are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. The word of God reveals them. You understand? This Bible reveals the oppressors that they are the wicked, man. That's what this Bible reveals, man. They got our book in their hands. It's not their book, not a white man's book, man. They got our book in their hands, and it reveals them to be the wicked. So how's it their book? Right. They ain't gonna write themselves. Look how they've conquered places, and they've set, you know, they have their little holidays and all that to glorify themselves, man. Glorify themselves. So how is it then? This book has written them to be the wicked. How are they going to put that they're wicked in the book? The conquerors don't put that they were wicked, man. The conquerors put how great they were. They were wicked, slaughtered our people, murdered and raped them. But then they don't say that. They don't want you to talk about that. They say forget slavery, forget about that. That was in the past, man. Meanwhile, they want to talk about the Holocaust. They want to talk about 9/11, 7/7, right? And all those things, man. They don't forget what happened to their atrocities on them, but they want us to forget the atrocities that happened to us, which continue to happen to us, man. You understand? And I noticed like loads of our people have gone back to sleep now. That George Floyd situation is over, man. But guess what? Until they kill another brother or another sister, then what we're gonna do again? March again. We're gonna march again with the oppressors too. Imagine that. We're marching with the oppressors for justice from the oppressors. That don't even make no sense, man. And this is why the ISUPK is here with the spirit of the Lord, man. You understand? Because without this school, without the ISUPK, you understand, without Commanding General Yohana, we ain't got nothing left, man. We are preserving the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. We're preserving the last of our people, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You understand? Read on.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
And we've been punished for all our iniquities, all our sins against the Most High, all our transgressions, man, all our breaking of God's laws is why we're in this predicament that we're in today. You understand? But guess what, man? Our God is a good God, man. God is good. You understand? The God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. God is good, man. Our God is good. And guess what, black man, Hispanics, and Native Indians? He's going to have mercy on us. And he's going to return and gather us, man. But we first got to return unto him. You understand? When we return unto the Lord our God, then he will return unto us and defend us and protect us and help us, man. Help us to fight against oppression. Help us to fight against these wicked people that have us in this condition that we're in today. Who make the guns and the drugs, man? Who make the bombs? Who make the chemical warfares of mass destruction, man? Who pollutes the air and the atmosphere? Who does that? Who pollutes the water? Who kills the fishes off in the seas, man? It's not all nation, man. It's not all people. It's one particular nation and group of people in the earth. The top wicked nation on the earth, man. That's who does it. And he does it to Jacob, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, man. Flint, Michigan has got the poorest water on the planet, man. Who caused it, man? Who made it that way? Who made it so? The oppressors, man. That's who made it that way, man. You understand why? Because they hate Jacob, man. Their twin brother Jacob and Esau's always been fighting from the womb, man. Why? And the Lord set it up that way. You understand? Then to show us who they are, man. They are the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. Read on.
Verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Salakia, that was it on that. And get me Jeremiah 14 and 2.
Come on.
You understand? Because a lot of our people, the spirit of the Lord is moving, man. You understand? And it's pushing those to speak the truth, man. It's pushing some of our people to speak the truth. It's pushing even some of the oppressors to speak the truth, man. And Caucasians are speaking the truth, that we are the children of Israel. You understand? We've been teaching the truth in the ISUPK since 1969, man. Under Commanding General Yohana, we've been teaching the truth, man. And guess what? It's getting out to the people, man. And the spirit of the Lord is upon them. They have to move, whether they're gonna come in the truth or not. They have to say something, man. That's the Lord right there, man. You understand? That's the Lord right there. But let's get into that, man. Jeremiah 14 and 2, Baba Kasha.
Jeremiah 14. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
This is the real Jews. The real Jews, man. They're in mourning right now. Judah mourning. Judah is mourning, man. Judah is weeping. Judah is crying. Judah is on the park bench in America somewhere on crack, man. Homeless, man. In oppression in Babylon the Great. You understand? So-called Negroes in America, they're the real Jews that the Bible speaks of, man. The black man in America. You understand? That's the real Jews that the Bible speaks of. That's a tribe of Judah right there.
Right.
And Judah is in mourning, man. To the point where Judah can't even speak the truth. You understand? He's labeled as anti-Semitic when he speaks the truth, man. Kanye West is Judah, man. Kanye West is of the tribe of Judah, according to the Bible. You understand? Malcolm X, etc., is of the tribe of Judah, according to the Bible. The black man in America, you understand, that got brought on slave ships, is from the tribe of Judah. We're in mourning, man. The Caribbeans, for the most part, is Benjamin, man. We're in mourning, man. All right? Read that again.
Come on. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Judah is in mourning. The gates languish, man. Jesse Jackson, they languishing at the gate. Our leaders are weak. When a gate languishes, it's falling off the hinges, man. It's got no strength at the gate. The leaders have got no strength, man. The leaders ain't showing the people the right way to go. The leaders are selling out to the oppressors and joining the oppressors and watching their people fall. That's the languishing gate. The real Jews are black according to the Bible, and the real Jews are suffering, and the real Jews languish. The leaders languish. That's why we're suffering. All nations, you look at the other nations, they got people that look out for them, people that, help them through their situations, man. right? Imagine us. We got to turn to the oppressors to help us when we're supposed to look to our own people that really are supposed to have, you know, they're supposed to be towards us. Their mind, their heart is supposed to be towards us, man, and helping us be better. But nah, our people sell us out, man. Jesse Jackson has sold us out, man. TD Jakes has sold us out, man. You understand? Creflo Dollar sold us out, man. All those that lead our people, lead them to error and destroy them. Destroy the ways of our path. Our path is not to be like the oppressors. Our path is not in the Christian church. Our path, we're the Israelites. Our path is we're supposed to be in our boots, braids, and fringes, man. That's our path, man. We're supposed to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. We ain't supposed to eat pork, shrimp, crab, nor lobsters, man. That's our path, man. You understand? We ain't supposed to be a sexual deviant, man. That's our path of righteousness. That is our path. And these leaders ain't taught us our rightful path and left us out in the open like sheep amongst wolves, man. All these other nations are wolves, man, and we're the sheep. And the sheep need a shepherd. We need someone to guide us in the right direction, man, and help us over the hurdles and so on and so forth. But guess what, man? We need protection, but guess what, man? No one's protecting us. Even our own shepherds, them Jesse Fakes, man, TD Fakes and Jesse Jackson and all them, man, Al Sharpton, right? All of them have sold us out. They've sold us out, man. Martin Luther King also sold us out. A lot of our people. Why do you think the oppressors push Martin Luther King? We got to understand these things, man. Everything the oppressors push is not all for our benefit. It's not for our good, man. We got to understand that, right? Malcolm X is an Israelite, but he went into some religious, what is that? Islam, man. Martin Luther King ain't supposed to be in the Christianity or whatever, right? Or even claim it because he wasn't in it. But you know, they saw him as Reverend Luther King or whatever the hell, right? He was a Christian, which is the bottom line, right? He hated his people, man. Christians hate our people. We've been taught and programmed to hate our people. That's a Christianity right there for you, man, right? Also, Islam, man. You join another nation and their God and their religion and their people and their culture and their covering. They're covering. Guess what, man? We're going to hate our own covering. We're going to hate our own people, man. Right? And we're going to hate our own God, man. And that's what our people have turned out to be, man. We've been turned out from our house, man. Our house is this right here, man. The ISUPK, you understand? Our house is the Israelites, the house of Yasha Allah. That's our house. And we need to come back to our house, man. All right? We need to come back to our house. Read on.
They are black unto the ground.
That's the real Jews for you. The Jews are black, just like the ground is dark. The real Jews are dark, just like the ground is dark. You understand? This is what the truth is. Black man, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they don't want us to know the truth, man. They don't want us to hear the truth, man. The real Jews are dark, man. So when this comes out, they're locking us down. They're locking Kanye West down, you understand, for speaking the truth. Meanwhile, all he said was he's a Jew also. He didn't say they weren't Jews. But once we in the Western world, the blacks in the Western world start to say that we're Jews, guess what happens, man? It gets to unravel and it gets revealed that someone's fake. It gets revealed that someone is an imposter. It gets revealed that someone is a fraud. It gets revealed that someone has done the biggest crime known to man, identity theft. You understand? That's what gets revealed, man. So us in the Western Hemisphere saying that we're Jews, you understand? The blacks in America saying that they're Jews, Kanye West saying he's a Jew also, that stirs up the lie, and stirs up the oppressor, man, and the lie that they've been spreading. You understand? That's going to reveal who the Jews are and who the Jews are not. That's what it's going to reveal. And so guess what? They've got to shut him down, man. And how do they do it? Anti-Semite. They call you an anti-Semite. It's like someone saying you're racist. Oh, you're racist. Stop being racist. Now, how can he be racist or anti-Semite when he himself is a Shemite? You understand? Kanye West is a Shemite. All blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are Shemites. We are Shemites, man. We're not Hamites. We're not Africans. It was the Hamites that sold the Shemite Jews, Israelites, into slavery, man. It was the Hamites, the Africans, that sold us so-called Negroes into captivity, into the Western Hemisphere, into the hands of the white man, man. It was the Africans that did that. We ain't the same people, man. We ain't Ghanaians. We ain't Ashantis. We ain't Igbos. You understand? We ain't Lembas. They're not our people, man. You understand? But these blacks in the Western Hemisphere, they're our people. We got to go to them. How is it? And you look at our people, we going outside. We always go outside of our nation. We're suffering here, in the ghetto here. We'll make a bit of money, and we're going to go all the way to Africa to help our Africans. Does that even make any sense? Our brothers are here suffering and dying, but we're going to go all the way to Africa. We've been struggling. We're the ones that survived the lynching. We're the offspring of those that went through lynching, raping, murdering, dismembering, and all those big black women getting their bellies slashed open, right? And guess what, man? We make some money now in the Western Hemisphere, and we take it all the way to Ghana, all the way to Nigeria, Sierra Leone, all the way to Shashamane land and all that garbage, man. Why is it we do these things, man? And if we're how is it again? Like where's the promised land at? How is it in Ethiopia, and how is it in West Africa? How is it all over the goddamn place, man? How's the promised land everywhere, black man? Right? This is how we know y'all ain't got the truth out there, man. The ISUPK is the home of the truth, man. This is where it's at. And we're gonna tell you where the promised land is according to the Bible, man. Promised land is in Jerusalem, where the Jewish man reside right now. That's where the promised land is, man. The promised land is in Palestine. You understand? Where the Arabs reside right now. Where the Jewish man and the Arabs are fighting over that land. That land right there belongs to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That is the promised land. Right. They're not fighting over Africa. They're not in Africa, man. They're in Jerusalem, though. You understand? Turning the place into Tel Aviv, man. Sexual deviancy going on in Tel Aviv, man. Which proves to you these are not the real Jews, man. You understand? It's time for us to wake up, black man. Wake up, man. Hispanics too, man. Right. Native Indians, we're the same nation, man. You understand? It's one house, one nation, no division, man. In the ISUPK, you understand? That's the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom. And through the Spirit of Christ and Christ down on the cross and the blood of Christ, you understand? We're coming back as one nation again. One nation. Christ is the bridge of the gap, man. Christ is the bridge in the breach that was broken when we split apart. You understand? And now we're coming back, man. All right. Any more? Read that from the top again, Bobby. Go from the top again.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground.
And listen, man. We're black, man. The real Jews are black, man. Kanye West is a black man. You understand? Kyrie, what? Irving? What?
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie what, Salaki?
Irving.
Irwin, right? Irving, right. Kyrie Irving, you understand? Black man, man. The real Jews, man. They're the real tribe of Judah. And that's why they're getting silenced. Because the truth is being revealed and the truth is being pushed, and the Spirit of the Lord had them men have to come up and say it. They couldn't hold it no more, man. They just couldn't hold it no more. Yeah. They had to come out and say it. Get it over and done with, man. Get it off their chest. That's the Spirit of the Lord, man. Guess what? Who else did it, man? Wiley. Wiley has said it, man. Wiley said what? That they're robbing him, man. These Jewish people are robbing him. And they're robbing all black people. They're paying for our destruction, man. And we need to understand this, man. They're paying for our pain, black man. Hispanics, and Native Indians. The Jewish people are paying for our pain and our destruction and our demise. That's what they're paying for, so they can rule forever, man. And it's not going to work that way, because the Lord is about to change everything, change the whole dynamic. You understand? The Lord is about to flip the script, as they say, man, on these heathens, man. All right? So Kanye West now is being silenced because he's saying he's a Jew, man. But anyway, you can have a sex change. You know, a child can have a sex change at 5 or 7 years old, and no one says nothing against it. If the parents give a consent and whatever, talking about a child at 7. A child at 7 and 5 cannot make their whole mind up. They don't have a clue what the hell they want or what they're saying, man. That's why you call a parent. You're supposed to guide them in the right direction. And now you got wicked, evil, demonic, you understand, wicked parents nowadays that are talking about that giving their child wants a sex change. You understand? Child don't know what he wants. So that shows you how wicked they are, how demonic they are, man. Right? That's what that shows us, man. But that can go down. You see, that can go down. You can, you know, you can be what you want to be in this day and time now, right? There is no label on anything. A man can be a woman. You can be a she can be a he. And all those things, it's all okay. You can be a sexual deviant. It's all okay. Parents still bring their children to the Catholic Church and all churches at large, because the Catholic Church is the mother church of all churches. So what happens at the head church or mother church will happen in all churches, because that's the spirit behind it. And you bring in your child to be molested by these Catholic priests, and then they move them around to another place. That's the spirit behind it, man. So guess what now? You're bringing them there. You're delivering your children up to be molested, man. Delivering your children up to these sexual deviants, man. That's what's happening in this world today. No one bats an eyelid. I guess that's okay, right? I guess that's okay, but you can never say you're a Jew. The black man in the Western Hemisphere, we can never say we're Jews, man. The Jews just can't be this black. They can be Falasha Jews, right? They can be Ethiopian Orthodox Jews. They can be Falasha whatever Jews. They can be Lemba Jews. They can be Igbo Jews and Ashanti Jews. They can be all those Jews. But the black man in the Western Hemisphere, you can't be this black Jew. The so-called Negro, you just can't be a Jew. You understand? We can't be a Jew. Why is that? Yeah. Why is that, man? Everyone else can be anything else. Can be anything else you want. Even the man in the black man in the Western Hemisphere can call himself whatever you want. But don't say you're a Jew. You're not allowed, man. Why is that? Because the wicked that are stolen our identity don't want us to be revealed, man. And also, that should tell us something. That should show us something, man. That should show us this. They're saying, this is the oppressors saying, the Caucasians say, Lembas are Jews, man. A Jewish man say, Lembas are Jews, man. They welcome in Ethiopian Orthodox Jews and whatever they class themselves as. They're welcoming them into the land of Israel. Now, I'm not saying they treat them good and all that, right? They treat them bad. That's not our prerogative. The point what we're making is they welcome them in there, man. They welcome, the Ashantis and all. They'll say all them are Jews. That's what the people say today, right? But guess what? How is it if they're Jews and they can say it and they fine? But when we say it in the Western Hemisphere on this side of the earth, oh, no, you're anti-Semite. You know what that shows us? That reveals something touch a nerve in the mind of the wicked, man. Something touch a nerve. They say everyone else is a Jew apart from us, apart from the man, the so-called Negro in America, right? That should tell us what all these them other Ethiopian Orthodox so-called Jews, they just as Jewish as the Jewish man. Them Ashantis and them Igbos and them Lembas and all them, whoever the oppressor says is a Jew is not a Jew. That's the bottom line. But if you say you're a Jew in the Western Hemisphere, you're not allowed to be a Jew. Well, guess what? You're the real Jews according to the Bible. You understand?
Right.
That's what they don't want to be revealed, man. Read that again from the top, Baba Kushar, one more time. Salah.
Conan Wakan. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the
What
ground.
color? What color's the real Jews?
They are black.
What color's Kanye West and Kyrie Irving?
They are black unto the ground.
They're black onto the ground. The real Jews are black, are dark, just like the ground, man. Just like the ground, man. You understand? You false Jewish, you understand? You being revealed, man. And that's what the problem is. You don't want the truth to come out. You understand? You don't want the real Jews to rise up. The real Jews that you've been paying and funding their demise and destruction. Paying and funding for us to be in the ghettos and slums and be at the bottom. Paying for liquor stores to be on the corner, man. Funding our slavery. You understand? The Jewish people was behind our slavery. They had slave ships. You understand? They had slave ships, man. And they got other Caucasians to drive their slave ships for them. So you know what I mean? So they didn't, you didn't see them as a part of it. They're running the whole earth today. They're running the world today. And guess what? They're keeping us at the bottom today. That's the chief house of Satan, man. That's what the Bible says. That's the synagogue of Satan, man. Right? Revelation 2:9 and Revelation 3:9. And if you don't read on, let me just finish that. Did you read? That was the end of that, right?
The last bit is, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
And the Lord hears our cry, black man. He hears us, man. But guess what? We ain't hearing him though. He hears us, but we ain't hearing his word. Are you dad gonna say, you're not doing what your father says? And you crying now, and he told you what not to do, man. Now you're gonna mess around and now you're crying out to your father, man. Guess what? He told you not to do it. Why is he not gonna hear you now?
Right.
Not gonna hear you, man. Because you ain't returned to do what he says. You ain't doing what he says. And that's where we are. We're so stubborn and stiff-necked. We don't want to hear this. But whatever the oppressor says, we want to run with that, man. Right. Get me Revelation 2:9 quick, fast, Baba Kushar.
Okay. Book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
But thou art rich, man. You understand? This is Kanye. It goes out to her, Kyrie Irving and Kanye West. You understand? What y'all need to do is get your boots, braids, and fringes in, man, and on, man, and join the men in the ICPK. You understand? In your zone, right? That's what you need to do, and pay your tithes, 10% of your increase. Don't let the oppressors get all that wealth back. All right? That's what y'all need to do, man. So now, Salakia, one more time, we can start from the top again.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
There you go, man. And see, our people can make it right to the top and all that wealth and all that, and they still a so-called Negro to the oppressors, man. They still nobodies to the oppressors. We've got all them riches and all that glory. And what to the oppressors? Just another Negro, man. No matter how rich we are. Still can't speak the truth. Still got to be shut down, man. Still got to shut up and be quiet, man. Right? That's the oppressors. You understand? That's what they try and do to us, man. Keep us hush. Hide us away. Hide us, man. We're the hidden ones, man. We don't get to speak against the oppression, against the wickedness. They want us to just suffer peacefully. You understand? But listen, man, Kanye West, you come and join the ICPK and the Lord's going to give you back everything that you have lost, man. It says what? I know, what is it? So like, what's the top? Was it?
I know thy works and tribulation.
Come. Got it. Come. I know thy works and tribulation. The Lord knows we've been suffering. Even Kanye West and all men that have started from the dirt and got rich through this wicked empire and have made it to a certain degree. You understand? They had to struggle at first, man. Right? They had to struggle, man. And they prayed to the Lord, man. They asked the Most High to bless them. They got a blessing, but guess what they didn't do, man? They didn't return that favor back to the Most High. And that goes for most of our people. They get high, they pray to the Lord when they ain't got nothing. They get high and then they turn it back on the Lord and forget the Lord. That's what our people do. You understand? But 10% of that, I'm Kanye West, you understand, Kyrie Irving, of your income, you bring that to the ISUPK, to the men of the Lord, man, and let us do the work of the Most High, raising up blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You understand? Raising our people up, man. If you don't want your people, if you're serious about what, not wanting your people to suffer and die, and that you will speak the truth, even if they'll put you to death, you'll speak the truth, man. You come and join the men in the ISUPK, man. You understand? You give your tithes to the ISUPK, man. That's what you do if you really want to see your people back on top, man. All right? And don't worry about what you're going to lose in this world, because you're going to get back that and then some, man. You understand? We're going to rule over all our oppressors. That's what's going to happen in these, when Christ returns, man. Yahweh Shai returns. We're going to rule over all our oppressors, man. That's who they are. They don't even want us to speak. Can't even say that we're a Jew. How wicked can the wicked be, man? All right? And their judgment is coming, man. Read on.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
That's a blasphemy, man. The real Jew says he's a Jew, he gets shut down by the blasphemies, man. Oh, you're anti-Semite. You can't say that. That's a blasphemy. You're not no Jew. You're Jewish. You wish he was a Jew, man. You understand? You're the Khazars from the Caucasus Mountains of South Georgia, Russia. That's who you are, man. You understand? You converted to Judaism about 1,000 years ago, man. Converts. Converts is what you all are. You're not the real Jews. You're not the bloodline Jews, man. You understand? Get thee behind Satan, man. The chief house of Satan, man. You understand? That's who y'all are, man. All right? Don't matter about your bank balance and how much money you got. The Most High God is going to make you come and read on. No, it's the next, that's a 3 and 9. Most High God is going to make them come and worship before our feet, man. All right? To let him know, to let them know that he, the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, have loved us. Read on.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
That's who they are, man. The chief house, the main house, the top house, the wicked of wicked. You know what? The Most High's got the Holy of Holies. In the ISUPK is the Holy of Holies, man. In today's day and time, since 1969, this is the Holy of Holies. And in that house over there, that's the chief house of Satan. That's the you know, the unrighteous of unrighteous house, man. The chief house of the wicked. Read on. That it?
That is verse 9. Did you want me to read on?
No, that's it. That's it on that. Get me Luke chapter 21 and 20, Baba Kashar. Luke 21 and 20.
Book of Luke chapter 21 and verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then...
This is the Salakia. This is the Roman army in 70 AD, man. This is the Roman army, and Christ is prophesying before it happened. All right? Christ is telling us that when these people come against you, the history behind it, the history is the Romans. This is the Romans, man. And they were ruling when Christ was on the scene. Because Pontius Pilate is the one that, you know, authorized Christ's death, man. And Herod, before when Christ was, when Mary was giving birth, Herod wanted to, you know, kill Christ. You understand? And they had to flee into Egypt, man. So Rome was ruling in our land, in Jerusalem. That's what was happening in those times, man. Rome was ruling, and Christ is a big man now, and he's prophesying, man, and he's saying this. Read that again, Baba Kasha.
21:20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
So when you see Jerusalem surrounded by the Romans, when you see Titus and his son Vespasian, right? Now General Vespasian and his son Titus, you understand? When you see them coming, when you see that Roman army coming, you better make sure no destruction is near, man. No destruction is nigh. Read on.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it.
Salakia. Let them which are in the land of Judah flee to the mountains, man. Those that are in Judea, flee, run for your life. Leave Jerusalem and run for your life, man. Seek refuge. Flee to the mountains. Where did the angel tell Joseph to take Mary thy wife, and flee into Egypt, man? Run into Africa. Flee to the mountains. Those mountains are in Africa, man. Read on. Don't Salakia. Don't stay in Jerusalem is the point. Flee out of this land, man. Go to Africa. Read on.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out.
And those that are in the midst of Jerusalem, around about in the city of Jerusalem and Judah, leave out of this place, man. Destruction is coming. The Roman army is coming, man. This is the prophecy what Christ gave before he got crucified, man. Right? And it came to pass in 70 AD. Read on.
And let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto.
Right. So those other Israelites that lived in the countries outside of Jerusalem, don't let them come back home to visit their family members, etc. Don't let them come back in the land when the Roman is attacking the place, man. Tell your families, don't come back here, because we're on a mission. We're leaving. We're running for our lives, man. All right. Now, what will happen in a situation like that, where the whole city is being destroyed, and army and war is coming? Some people's gonna want to stay and fight. Some people ain't gonna follow what Christ said here. The rebellious never do. The rebellious of our people, the stiff neck of our people, never want to listen to what the Lord says. Don't want to listen to what the word of Christ. So what did they do? They stayed and tried to fight the Romans. And obviously what happened? They died. They died, and then they got whoever of the survivors got taken to Rome to fight as gladiators. They put them to fight to the death. That's the gladiators, man. We watch them films about the gladiators. That was it. The Israelites, for the most part, that they captured and taken back to Rome to fight to the death, man. And that's what they did with our people, man. Watch them fight to the death and kill each other. Just like boxing today, they watch two black men fighting and knock each other out, and they love that, man.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
All things which are written may be fulfilled. When the Lord says this is gonna happen, the Lord ain't gonna change his mind on it, man. It's going, it's going down, man. It's going to happen, man. Why? Because we've kindled a fire in the Lord's anger, man. It's like the Lord sent the prophets to warn our people, warn the people, warn. Imagine you kill the prophets. Imagine you stone the prophets. You're stoning the prophets of the Lord, and think that when calamity come to your backside now, you're running for your life and screaming, Lord, Lord, help us. God Almighty, help us. Help. Listen, you're killing your brothers in the streets of the ghettos today with the guns and the knives, man. On the ends, stabbing out your brother up and killing your own people up. Then when the heathens really come against us, we ain't got no one to fight. Where's that the army of the Lord, man? You understand, black man? You're the army of the Most High, man. So if we're killing each other off, who's going to fight for us? Who's going to stand up for us, man? Because that's what's going on. That's what's been going on, man. So don't you think it's a time we put a stop to it? Don't you think it's time that we start to turn to one another now, man, and say, you know what, to hell with these guns, what the oppressors have given us to kill each other down, to shoot each other down like dogs, man. Instead of them doing it, now they put the guns in our hands and we do it, man. You can change your mind, man. You don't have to do what the oppressors want. You understand? You don't have to do that, man. We can change, and we have to change, and we will change, man.
Right.
The Spirit of the Most High is moving, man, in this earth. that's moving in the ISUPK for sure, man. So you're going to understand that this is the home of the truth, man. And this is where the Spirit of the Lord resides, man. This is where real changes are made. This is where a black man really changed their life up, man. You understand? Read on. Any more?
It says,
Yeah.
verse 23, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that get suck in those days.
Right, because when you're with child, you can't run far, man. That baby's going to be making noise and crying, and you getting caught straight away. Many of our mothers died, man. They were killed and raped off, and this is what the Romans did, man. This is what the Caucasians did to our people, man. Many of them, and the same way when they came on slave ships, the same thing happened. Imagine our sisters going with the heathens today. They should be ashamed of that. We should be ashamed of ourselves, man. And this is what happens when we got no leaders, man. And this is what happens when we got false leaders, man. Our people go astray, and no one says, return to the Lord. This is the way, walk ye in it, man. You understand? We can't be like the heathens. We can't join the heathens, because that's death and destruction and detriment to our nation. Read on.
Another one can't. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
And the anger of the Lord, that's wrath, man. Wrath. The Lord is angry with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Great distress in the land and wrath upon that. Lord is angry with his people, man. You only have I known of the families of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you. He's angry with us, man. And that's why we need brotherhood, so we can build it, get it back together. We can get that back. We can get the power back. We can get ourselves right, man. We can unite. You understand? Because that's what it takes. It takes unity, man. It takes unity. And listen, we need to let go of this African crap, man. Absolutely let go of this Pan-African movement garbage. You understand? This all these philosophies is holding us back. Wondering why we can't get together and we can't do this and we can't do that. It's because we're holding on to everything. Our people are in everything and everywhere. The Lord is not in it. The Lord is, the Most High is not with that, man. You taking a hold of the oppressors and following them. How's the Lord going to be with us, man? You just sold out. You're trespassing against the Most High. Trying to get to God, but you're doing it, you're going serving another God. That don't even make no sense, man. That's not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In the Christian church, you will never find the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. In the Christian church and the Muslim mosque and Rastafarianism and Pan-Africanism and Egyptologism, you will never find the God of our ancestors, the God of our forefathers, man. African spirituality, they worship the dead, man. You will never find the God of the living, the God of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. You'll never find him in there. You understand? Every nation has confused us and used and abused us. So why are we listening to them no more, man? It's time for us to listen to the men of the Lord, man. And the ISUPK. Read on.
Khan. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
This is what happened to the real Jews, man. The real Jeremiah 14 and 2, the Jews are black onto the ground. This is what happened to the real Jews. They were, read that one more time, but by the edge of the sword.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
Right. We fell. The real Jews fell, meaning they got conquered, man, by the edge of the sword. Whose sword? The Caucasian sword, man.
Right.
Got conquered in from Roman days, from 70 AD by the Romans, man. We had to run into Africa. And when we ran into Africa, we was in Africa as refugees, man. We was never Africans. We was never the same people. We're a different tribe, man. We're not African. We're not no African tribe. We're Israelites. We're the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, man. Children of Jacob is who we are, man. That's our tribe. We're going to get our tribe, man. You understand? That's who we are. So when we run into Africans amongst these Hamites never liked us, man. Even today, they don't like African, don't like Caribbean people today. We call Caribbean today because it took us in the Western Hemisphere. Anything else, we're called outside of the name that the Most High God called us. You understand? God called us Judah. We can't even say that we're the real Jews. Can't even say we're Jews. God called us Israelites. That's what the Lord called us, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The Lord calls us Israelites. Yasha Allah in the Hebrew, man. 12 tribes, 12 family, man. All right, it's time for us to get it together, man. All right, too much lies have been spewing out in this earth. Too much confusion in Babylon. Babylon means confusion, man. Too much of it. But in the midst of confusion, there is one hope, one spirit, one baptism, man. And you find that in the ISUPK, man. The men of the Lord, man. Since 1969, you understand that. All right, that's what you find in here, man. All right, where we at? Yeah, read on.
And they shall be led away captive into all nations.
That's what happened to us. We fell, Salakia, we fell from Jerusalem, ran down into Africa. We was in Africa for about 900 years, man. And what happened? What happened when we was in Africa amongst these Hamites, man? Right? Just like today, we're trying to cleave onto these Hamites. Some of our people trying to cleave and say, oh, we're African this and African that. The Africans will sell us out at the drop of a hat. Just like they did in ancient time, they will do it again. We forever trust in our oppressors. We forever trust in our enemies, man. We forever trust in these Hamites, these Edomites, the Arabs, right? Arabians and all that. We forever trust in these other nations, these Moabites and these Ammonites, right? In Japanese. We forever trust in these other nations, but we don't trust our own nation. And that's the sickness of our people. You understand? That's a program of the oppressor. That's what they did. They separated us. They trained us to be separate. We couldn't even imagine in slavery amongst the oppressors. There's a brother here and so on. We can't even look at that brother, man. We got to be like, you know, like a flipping clown around that brother, man. We can't even look at the brother and say, yo, yes, bro, tight, we're good. We can't even be like that. We got to show animosity, like, oh, look at him. Oh, I hate him. We got to have that spirit because the oppressor is looking at us, man. And the oppressor trained us to be like that. Right. And it's time for us to untrain ourselves because our people have still got that mentality to this day.
That's right.
We won't harm none of the oppressors won't harm them. And you never talk about putting an oppressor under the ground. But guess what? We'll talk about putting a brother under the ground. That's our flesh and blood, man. That's our flesh and blood. That brother, you're killing your own brother. You're killing your own soldier of your nation. Killing a warrior of your own tribe or nation. That's what we're doing. What does that do to the oppressors? It gives them power. Shows them that they're still ruling and they feel good about it, man. They feel good about it, man. They like, look, they're doing it to themselves. Oh, well, what about black on black crime? When we teaching at camp, you hear these clowns, these heathens come up. What about black on black crime? I mean, black people do this to themselves, right? That's what they say, man. To do what? To take away from what they have done to us. Right. To take away from what they cause us, the situation they cause upon us, man. That's what they do. And they pay off our people, the wicked ones amongst us, and give them the leadership role, and they can't lead, man. That's what they do. They know they're going to lead us astray. And that's exactly what they want. And they can say, look, we gave them, we tried a black president. No, he's not our president. But we tried a black person in power. We tried a black person here and there. And, they're just not capable of looking after themselves. You give that power into the ISUPK, man. Give that power into Commanding General Yohana in the ISUPK and see what happens. See how we change black lives, man. And whether you can't give us that power. The point is, give us that position that you understand and see how we change black lives. But the Most High is going to give us that power anyway. And we're going to do it with or without any of our people, not any of our people, but with or without the wicked amongst our people. You understand? We're going to do it in the face of oppression, man. Like we have been doing all our lives. We've been living in hell all our lives, man. And no one cares about us. No one gives a damn about us, man. No one has raised us up or helped us out of the condition that we're in. No one has given us reparations, man. But the Jewish people got reparations, though. The fake Jews got reparations. They got help. Why do you think they're so powerful today and so rich? Because they've been helped. Think they just worked hard for it and that was it alone? No, they've been a conspiracy in our destruction. They've been a conspiracy. They tighten themselves in powerful positions and places so they can rule every nation and everything and everyone. But they are Caucasians nonetheless. They are Edomites nonetheless, man. They separate themselves from even from their own other Edomites, so they can, you know, have the power for themselves as one, you know, batch of Edomites. But they're Edomites nonetheless, man. They're not Israelites. Edomites, man. All right, and it's being revealed, man, in the ICPK. Any more on that? What did you have?
Luke 21 and verse. I was in verse 24. Can't there's more.
Yep.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Oh, now watch this, man. You understand? Gentiles, meaning non-Israelites. The Gentiles, meaning non-Jews, man. The Gentiles, man, is going to be in Jerusalem in these day and time. This is the Bible that we're reading, man. Yahushua is speaking, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. Who is ruling in Jerusalem today, man? You understand? Right. The Gentiles, man.
That's right.
The Edomites. Hold on. Not just the Edomites. Some other Gentiles. Some other non-Jews. Some other non-Israelites. The Palestinians, the Arabs, man.
Right.
There's two people in the land of Israel today that are predominantly in the land of Israel today. And both of them are fighting in that land. And it's all documented in the Bible. All there. And history. And real life right now. Everybody knows the Palestinians is warring with the Israelis. Right? Everybody knows that, man. You understand? Salakia, I'm not sure if you can send Akayan the link. I think it's leave his up the link, I think. Right? Well, what was I saying? Both them people, both them nations, both them nations are in a land today that does not belong to them. They're in a land that they're there for a time. The Gentiles shall trodden down Jerusalem. Bible prophecy, man. Read on.
Come. Verse 25. And there shall be signs.
Salakia, read that again now. Read 24 again, Baba. Yes.
Come. Verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
That happened to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That happened to the real Jews. That's who that happened to. Was led away in slavery, man. We got conquered by the Romans in 70 AD. Ran into Africa. Africans caught us up and sold us after 900 years of living in Africa. They didn't like us, and we didn't like them, man. Just like today, they talk about Africans and Caribbean people. We're different, man. We've got a different spirit. We're a different people, man. We ain't the same. They trying to bunch us up as the same. And they know who we are. All the nations know who we are, man. They all know who we are. But guess what? Just don't say you're a Jew, man. Don't profess yourself at all to be a Jew, man. I'm going to get that next. If I can get it. I can find that, man. You understand? Don't say you're a Jew, man. Read on.
Come. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Jerusalem is being trodden down. The promised land that is promised unto blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is being trodden down of the Gentiles, meaning the heathens, the other nations, the Edomites, today the Jewish man, and the Palestinians, the Arabs, trodden down of the Gentiles until you understand. So it's for a period of time. While we were kicked out of the land, the Lord kicked us, others kicked out of the land, man. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. When their time is up, the time is done, it's fulfilled, it's filled now. You've had your time. Then the Lord is going to kick them out the land and give us back the land, man. They're only occupying, you understand? They're only occupying the land for a period of time. They're on the Lord's watch. Right? That's what the prophecy, man. All right. So now, if I can find that.
You want the scripture on I got it in 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 6.
Oh, you go, right. 2 Maccabees,
verse 4. It's a bit back. Chapter 6 and verse 4 to 6.
Sure. All right. Yeah.
But the 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 4. For the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles who dallied with harlots.
Right. Yeah. Go on.
And had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places.
And that's what they like to do. They like to come and make, though you're worshiping the Lord and you're doing right and you're doing good, right? There's no sexual deviancy in this setting, in this surrounding, and they like to profane it, man. They like to bring all types of wickedness, abomination amongst this place and defile it and desecrate. Was it desecrated? Degradate. What's the term I'm looking for?
Desecrate.
Desecrate it, right? That's what I'm going. That's what they do, man. All right, and they had to-dos with women. You know, they were sleeping with women in the holy temple, man. Whatever they wanted to do, orgies. You know what other heathens get down, right? We're in the Western Hemisphere. Right. We know that now. All right, harlots and prostitution in the holy place. That's what the heathens do amongst us, man. Read on.
Shalom.
Shalom.
And beside that, brought in things that were not lawful. The altar also was filled with profane things which the Lord forbiddeth. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all. Slakia.
God, that's what we want right there, man. Neither Slakia, where you at? 6 and what is it? 6 and
verse 6.
6 and 6. God, right. Literally looking at it. Right. So neither was it lawful. I'm there. Neither was it lawful, man, for a righteous man, for a Jew, for a black man. You understand? The real Jews. This has not changed, man. The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of this very day.
That's right.
You understand? You understand? That's the point, man.
So, lucky, sir.
If
I could, sir. Even today, like professing that we are Jews today has a big effect on the whole world, on the Jew, on the white man. You know what I mean? So what happened then is happening now, and it's no different. So lucky.
Exactly. That's why. So that's why I just said he has not changed 1 inch, man.
Right.
And guess what? The Bible has him in check. Can a leopard change its spots? A leopard cannot change its spots, man. It's still a leopard. Can the wicked change their wicked ways? They're still wicked, man.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord created the wicked for the day of judgment, man. So that judgment is coming, man. And that's why they want to silence the real Jew, because their judgment is coming, man.
That's right.
All their lies is gonna be revealed, man. and the truth is coming out. You understand?
So, yeah. So
read
like,
on.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, I was just gonna agree with what you said. They don't want us to know who we are. You know what I mean? That was all it was really. You know what I mean?
God, exactly, man. You understand? Yeah. Read on. Read on. Neither was it lawful. Read from there.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep the Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess.
So just before you go into that bit there, it wasn't even lawful for us to keep our ancient feast days, man. Our what? Sorry. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days.
Or ancient feasts.
We weren't even allowed to keep. We weren't even allowed to keep a Sabbath day anymore. Weren't allowed. We were stopped. You know why? Because once you stop, next generation stop, and the next generation stop, you're gonna forget who the hell you are, man. You're gonna forget your true heritage. Look at England today, man. Look at blacks in Britain and America, in the Americas today. Guess what, black man? We've forgotten our true heritage, man.
That's right.
These are the same extension of the Roman Empire, these Caucasians today in these Western Hemisphere. The same extension. And what have they done? They've stopped us from keeping our holy days, our high holy days, man. Or for us to profess ourselves to be a Jew. But we're gonna read. So you can't keep the Sabbath. That's our people. We're not allowed to keep the Sabbath. That's what they did to us, man. All right. Our ancient feasts. Now, our forefathers didn't do Christmas, man. But here they are, here they have got us here today now doing Christmas. Here they've got the black man here doing Halloween now, sending his children out to do trick or treat. Or don't correct his children or don't correct his children and tell him don't do that devilish crap, man. They're worshiping the dead. All right. Or what is it? Easter, right? They got our people doing Easter instead of the Passover, man.
Right.
Or Christmas instead of the Passover, man. This is the things they got our people doing. So we can't do what our forefathers did, but guess what? We can do what the oppressors do, though. We can do their holidays.
So, like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
There was a part in the scripture where it says, wicked men left Israel, and joined themselves to Esau.
Yeah.
You remember that one? Then
I know that one, of course. Yeah. I don't know where. I can't remember where it is off the top of my head.
Yeah.
It's around here actually. It's not far from here.
And we couldn't do none of them our things, but we could do like you just said. It was we had to do all of their stuff, eating pork.
Right.
There. I can't remember where
I can find that.
Yeah, and many wicked many wicked men left, to join them.
Yeah.
And so, right. I was asking first one, yeah. Cool. Right. Yeah, I kind of remember it a little bit, but yeah. Read on from where you are. So.
Come. Yeah. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
You hold that right there, because we're gonna explain that one a little bit more if we can. You understand? So here's Kanye West, man. Kanye West, you understand? Ye said what? I'm a Jew also, man. He didn't say that the Jewish man was not a Jew, but he says I'm a Jew also, and he got shot down. They took all they're not even what is it, the Ciaga, what Valencia Ciaga and all that stuff.
2 million from me. 2 million.
Salakia, one at a time. Say that again.
It's like, so Adidas dropped him.
Adidas dropped him. Balenciaga, right? What the fuck? Salakia, what's it called?
Balenciaga.
Oh, Balenciaga. Salakia.
And them shoes are crap anyway. They're like Gothic shoes. They look like Gothic shoes anyway. So, but he's lost 2 million, other one. 2 million.
Yeah, mad people shoes. But you know what I'm saying? They dropped him. All right. That's it. Or one more people. I think
JP Morgan.
Couple of them dropped. All right. The point is, he got dropped, man. He got dropped. He lost billions from that, man. Right? They don't want to do business with him no more, just because he said, "I am a Jew also." Bro, that is mad. The whole Jewish people, the hair got stuck up on the back of the neck, man. They're like, the horns came out, man. Listen, man, the devil is not under the ground the devil's not under the ground, you understand? In lava and hot and fire, man. He's right here on the earth. And if you say anything, freedom of speech, anything, he says you're anti-Semite, man. You understand? He says you're against him when you're a Shemite yourself. He don't even know how to say it properly. You're a Shemite, he's a Semite. You understand? It's semi-Jew, right? That's the point, man. He knows he's not a real. They know they're not the real Jews, man. They know that. All right.
Salakia.
So he doesn't want Salakia. One sec. So he doesn't want us, any of our people in the Western Hemisphere, any black man to say we're the real Jews, man, or he's a Jew, or I'm a Jew also. So with that said, read that one more time, Baba Kushar, that last bit.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
They are still holding us down. They don't even want us to profess ourselves at all to be a Jew. Not a little bit. Not say I'm a Jew also. You know, you're a Jew too, but I'm a Jew also. Can't even say that, man. Right? At all to be a Jew. You're the real Jew, black man. We're the real Jews, man. And they don't want us to know. That's what it is. You understand? And to the point where, and it shows you what the truth is, because to the point where they dropped you, man. They dropped you, man. They want to buy from you no more just for that. But hold on, in Israel, you got the Falasha Jews, man. According to them, Falasha Jews are in Israel. They didn't drop them.
Right.
They say they're Jews. We're Jews. Beta Israel. We're Jews too, right? They're Jews, but they didn't drop them, man.
Right.
And you got the Ashantis, and you got the that say they're Jews, and then you got the Igbos that say they're Jews, and you got the Lembas that say they're Jews, and the Jewish people and the Caucasian men agree that they're also Jews according to them. But hold on, when it comes to us in the Western Hemisphere, you can't even say you're a Jew, man. Not allowed. Right. You're not allowed. Bearing in mind, the Jews have been scattered in the four corners of the earth, but you can't say you're a Jew. The Jews are the ones that had chains on their necks, hands, and feet. That's who the real Jews are, man. The real Jews went in cargo slave ships by the transatlantic slave trade. The real Jews got sold by the Africans in West Africa and all over Africa. The real Jews got sold. Why? Because there was no Africans, and the Africans didn't like these tribes. The 12 tribes of Israel, not the 12, but there was a remnant also of Ephraim, Northern Kingdom too, man. You understand? That was amongst us as well, right? So the Jews in West Africa got sold, man. Why? Because the Africans didn't like us too, man.
So lucky, sir.
Yeah.
There's never been a white boy come out of Africa or our land back there. I don't know where the hell they get white Jews from.
Right.
Ashkenazi Jews. How the hell you gonna you come from damn Europe? They come from Europe.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What the hell they claim things for? Salakia.
Damn right, man. Right? And if it wasn't for the AC down there in Jerusalem, man, what they're under right now, you understand, they'll be burning up, man.
AC, what's that? Oh yeah, the
air conditioning system, what they got all down there, man. Right? Because they can't take the sun, man. They're not built for that, man.
That's right.
Right? So that's the point, man. They know who they are, man. And it's only a matter of time, you understand, that Christ take them out, man. Christ take them out, because they don't belong in that land, man. And they're gonna come and bow down before our feet, man. You understand? Get Revelations 3 and 9, Baba Kushab. I wasn't even gonna pull that.
Revelations 3:9, yeah.
Okay.
Revelation, yeah, you can get it. Okay, Revelation chapter 3, verse 9, Baba Kushab.
Revelation 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
They are the synagogue of what?
Satan.
That's who they are, man. So everyone else can say they're Igbos can say they're Jews, Lembas can say they're Jews, Ashantis can say they're Israelites too, and the Israeli whatever. The fake what them other ones, Falashas and all them Ethiopian Orthodox whatever Jews, all of them can say they're Jews. But when it comes to us in the Western Hemisphere, we're not allowed to say these are the real Jews are not allowed to say they're Jews,
Right.
and that's what we got to understand, man.
Right.
We got to separate the sheeps now from the goats. That's what we got to learn to understand to do. And guess what? That spirit is only found in the ISUPK, man.
That's
Under
right.
Commanding General Yohana. That spirit of differentiating real from fake. You understand? The real bloodline Israelites from the fake Israelites, man. Because when I was in the world, I used to hear fake Israelites say, Nigerian Igbos are Israelites too, and all that foolishness, man. But then I understand now. Because the oppressors will accept them, but the oppressors won't accept us. That tells us right there that they're fake also, man. They also wish they were the real Jews, man. But guess what happens? Every time we get conquered, another nation takes our name, takes our place, takes our position. That's what happens, man. What the Lord said, envy that get Salakia, get me what is it? Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10.
Ecclesiasticus 12, verse 10.
Yeah.
Never trust thine enemy.
That one right there, man. Never trust them. Every time we trust them, they overthrow us. That's what happens. We trust them and we fail, man. We trust them and we get wiped out. We get whitewashed. We trust them and we look around and we don't see no more of our nation. Where's the Caribbean community at? In Handsworth. Where's the Caribbean community at? In London, man. In Brixton, in Peckham, in Lewisham. You get me? Where's the Caribbean community at? In Moss Side, in Cheetham Hill. Where's the Caribbean community at? In Longside. You understand? And Hume and Old Trafford. Right? Where's the Caribbean community gone, man? Where's it gone? You know why? Because we trusted our oppressors. We trusted our enemies, meaning all the other nations, man. We didn't stick together like the Bible tells us to do, man. And it's time for us to start doing that, man. We got gentrified and pushed out in all these other areas, right? They give us the guns and destroy our neighborhood for us to run away from our own selves, run away from our own people, run away from everything, man. When we're supposed to stay there and build that up, we're supposed to stay there and have strength and fortify it. You understand? We're supposed to stay there and build it back, man, and say, look, man, we need to stop doing that. That needs to stop. Teach the young ones to not do these things, man. But guess what? The older ones are scared of the young ones, man. Because the young ones ain't scared to bust a gun, right? Because they ain't really got no thoughts. They ain't really thinking about tomorrow and all that. It's, they're operating like they ain't got no head. So the older ones are scared of the young ones. Why did it get? How did it get that way? The older ones let it get that way, man. But guess what? It's everything is from the oppressors. Because if you take the man out of the house,
that's right.
Get rid of the man, get rid of the black man, then there's no strength in his household. There's no man to guide his children right. That's what they did, man. They took the black man out of the house, and then the children turned into monsters.
Can't slack you, sir.
Yeah.
That's why the ghetto is how it is now, because it's run by a woman trying to grow men. You know what I mean?
That's it, man.
You know what I mean? And now I know the men them are getting kicked out by the girl, kicked out by the woman, right?
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean? The woman feel that she could be a man and a woman to grow the children. Where she ain't wired to build up soldiers. We're wired to build up.
Ain't wired, man. You know what I mean? Right? And that's what we're gonna get into as well. If we get the time, we probably won't have time, but this will be a part 2, man. Because what happened is they raised the boys, the sons in reverse roles, man, and raised the daughters in that reverse role. So the daughter takes on the spirit of a man, or the woman takes on the spirit of a man, and you know, tomboys, right? The daughter's got the spirit of a boy.
Right.
Right? And then the women now have got the spirit of a man. They're talking about, I am the mother and the father. That is a dumb statement to make, man.
Dumb.
That statement can only be made by a chicken head, man. You understand? But anyway, you know, the thing is, the oppressor is the cause of it all, man. That's the bottom line, man. The oppressor is the cause of it all, man. The oppressor is the one giving the power to the woman. I kicked the man out of the house for one, the black man out of the house, and gave the power to the black woman, to rule over the black man. Because listen, man, here's the thing, yeah. They talk about women's rights and women, whatever, this and that. The black women, our women, who do they rule over in this earth? Do they rule over everybody?
The black man they rule over.
Only the black man. Only the black man. So who gave that woman, who gave the black woman that authority and power to rule over the black man?
The devil.
The devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right.
That's right.
The Caucasians, the white man gave the woman that power, man, the black woman that kick the black man out of the house. You don't need him. You can do better all by yourself.
Social security by them.
Our people, that man. Huh?
So like your social security, you split up with your man, don't worry, we look after you. The white man will take care of you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Meanwhile, the son grew up to be a batty man. So lucky.
And the son grew up to be a sexual deviant, man.
Right.
There you go. You understand? And the daughter grew up to be a lesbian and freaky deaky all over the goddamn place, man.
And accepting Selassie and Islam and them type of foolishness.
And everything else, exactly. Welcoming all forms of garbage, all forms of destruction that the Lord is against. And when the Lord sees us doing these things, it's an abomination, man. He's angry, man. He's moved to now want to hurt us instead of moved to want to help us, man. We kindle the fire in the Lord's anger. That's what we do when we do that. When we join these other nations and their religion and serve their gods and fake. And our God don't want us to be dumb, man. Imagine worshiping a stone. You got to be dumb as a rock, man. Bowing down and kissing a stone. You got to be as dumb as that rock, man. Remember, you are what you serve, right?
Yeah,
you serve the living God. You got the spirit of living, man.
I hear
the spirit of liveliness.
Salakia, sir. I hear Captain Parasha saying, we're sheep. Negroes are sheep. Easy to follow anything they want to follow.
Easy, right. That's it, man. We are sheep and we need a righteous and good shepherd, man.
That's right.
Otherwise, we're torn by the beasts of the field, man. We're torn up by the other nations, torn up by the foxes, torn up by the wolves. You understand? Torn up by the hyenas, man. You understand? That's what will happen if we ain't got a good shepherd, man. And that's why it behooves our people to come into the ISUPK where there's a good shepherd, man. Commanding General Yohana is a good shepherd, man. How do you know? Because this spirit has been pushing in this earth since 1969 and it's still going even stronger now, man.
That's right.
You understand? That's what it is, man. Even stronger now, man. You understand? So that's what it's about, man.
So lucky, sir. Shall I go back to Revelations 3:9?
Oh, did you? Finish that up,
yeah. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not.
There you go, man. See, Kanye West said he's a Jew, and he is, rightfully so, but he could not profess himself, according to 2 Maccabees 6 and 6 at the end of that, man. He could not profess himself at all to be a Jew, but the Jewish man could and can. Right. You understand? Right. But this, read that last bit again, just the last bit, Baba Kasha.
Khan. Which say they are Jews and are not.
They are not Jews, man. That's who's not a Jew. Kanye West is a Jew.
That's right.
And the anti-Semite that brought that foolishness out about anti-Semite. Kanye West is a Semite, man. They're Shemite, man.
Right.
We're Shemites, man.
Right.
You're anti-us, man. That's what you are. You're anti-us. You hate black people. You hate blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. That's why you funded our demise. That's why you fund our demise. And every liquor store in every corner, man. You understand? All the crack in our neighborhoods. For all, but Jewish hand is behind all of it. You understand? We funded our destruction in slavery. The Jewish people had slave ships, man. Where our people came over on, you understand?
Right.
Shackled and chained us on slave ships. You funded that, man. Your hand is in that, man. You understand? And the Lord is going to bring death and destruction to the wicked, all the heathens, man.
That's right.
Finish up on that. Finish up on that, Baba Kashel.
But do lie. Behold,
what did they do? What did the Jewish do?
They lie.
They liars, man. They goddamn liars, man. You understand? That's who they are. They lie. You know, it says what did it say in it? I think it was 2 and 9 I read before. Blasphemy, man. Blasphemy.
Right.
They do lie, man. A blasphemy means a wicked, evil lie. That's what it means, man. You ain't no Jew. You ain't the real Jew, man. The black man is the real Jew in America, man. That's who the real Jew is.
That's right.
That's who the real Jew is, man. But you don't want us to know that. But guess what? Some other liars too, man. Them Falashes and them Igbos and them Lembas and all the rest of them, man. They're liars as well. They're liars too. You understand? But do lie. Read on. Finish up.
Khan. But do lie. Behold, I will make them.
Hold on. Who's the I, man?
The Lord.
That's the Most High. That's right. That's the Most High, man. Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
The Most High God and the angels, the whole lot, they're gonna destroy these heathens, man, for what they have done. All them lies, man. You understand? And the hypnotization, the witchcraft. You understand? The Christian churches that they've set up over us and have us worshiping in idols and mocking us and all that. That's what it's gonna all return back up on their own head, man. Finish that up, Baba Kusha.
Khan. I will make them to come and worship before thy feet. And
see that?
Salakia.
Right. The Lord is gonna make them. He's not gonna ask them, he's gonna make them come and worship before our feet, man.
That's right.
The day is coming when the Jewish and all nations are gonna bow down to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Are gonna bow down to Christ, the Most High, and the angels, man.
Right.
The day is coming when all nations are gonna know the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac and Jacob, man. They're gonna know that God again. Same God that delivered our forefathers out of ancient Egypt is the same God that's coming back to deliver us out of the Western Hemisphere, out of this Egypt in the Western world, man. You understand? Read on.
To know that I have loved thee.
And guess what, man? This is what they told us. God hate us and God cursed us with black skin and you know, we're monkeys and we're gollywogs and we're spicks and wetbacks and all that. This is what they told us, man. You see the wicked, their judgment, when their judgment comes, it's not, yo, boy, it's gonna be, the Lord is gonna be harsh with them, man. They're gonna wish that they never touched the jewels of the Most High God, man.
That's right.
You understand? The gold and the silver of the Lord. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're the gold of the Most High, is precious jewels, man. You understand? The rubies and the pearls of the Most High, man. That's what they've touched, man. Which is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They enslaved us and thought that they, is gonna run over us and have us, captivated forever, and we're just gonna be slaves forever. That's not gonna happen, man.
Correct.
Not on the Most High's watch, not on His time, man. You understand? Any more on that?
No,
that was it on that, right?
I was just
jump back to
I was just gonna say,
finish it up then.
That they can't be Jews, these white people, because they're not in mourning, are they? Salakia.
Right. We went through that before, man. They ain't even in mourning, man.
Lucky.
They ain't no mourning. They're powerful. They got the world in their hands right now. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. The chief house of Satan, the synagogue of Satan in Revelation 2 and 9 and 3 and 9, we just read it. They're going to come and worship before our feet, man.
That's right.
To let them know that the Lord has loved us. And you read that in Romans 9 and 13, man. Malachi, what, 4:4, I believe, right? That's where it is, man. So anyway, go back to Maccabees, Baba Kashar. Second Maccabees 6 and 7, verse 7 now, Baba Kashar.
Okay, come on. The
Bravo.
second Maccabees.
Yeah.
Second Maccabees chapter 6, verse 7. And in the day of the king's birth, every month. Sorry, you mean 6 and 6, or do you want me to read on? So like I said, did you mean chapter 6 and verse 6?
Yes, that's what I said. Second Maccabees 6 and 6. Yeah. You want 7 though, innit? 6 and 7.
So 7 goes into.
Yeah, you want 6 and 7, Baba Kusha.
Come on.
You finished 6 now.
6 and verse 7. And in the
verse 7, right?
Come. Second Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
And in the day of the king's birth, every month, they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when the feast of
every
Bacchus,
day of the king's Salakia, every day of the king's birth, man. So they'll give themselves a birthday whenever they feel like, maybe every month or whatever, right? Every time they have a birthday. Now, we don't do birthdays. Our ancient forefathers never did birthdays. So in the ICPK, we don't do birthdays. You understand? But these heathens do, and they did. And when they did birthdays, this is what they did in their birthdays. They would make themselves merry by murdering, by killing, by tormenting, by slaughtering. That's how they made themselves merry. All right? Word. So, and this is what they did to our people, man. This is our forefathers and mothers, not Africans, they're Israelites, man. This is what they did to the real Jews. You understand? Read on.
And when the feast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus.
Who was compelled?
The Jews were compelled,
man. Real black Jews, you understand? The Israelites in the Western Hemisphere today are the so-called Negroes in America. The Jews was compelled, man. You understand? Were forced to go in. Read that again. It was compelled from compelled, right? Were forced. Man.
The Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus carrying ivy.
And they what required ivy for you to carry ivy, right? Some green leaf thing, right? Right, like a mistletoe kind of crap, right? That same garbage what the heathens do to this day, the mistletoe foolishness, man. Carrying ivy, go on.
Verse 8.
Read on.
Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Ptolemy.
And it went out. And they went out a decree, man. This is an order now by Ptolemy. You understand? All right. What did he say?
Against the Jews, that they should against the Jews,
against the real blacks in America, man, against all the Caribbean blacks in the Caribbean that went on cargo slave ships. You understand? All these heathens are against us to this very day. Nothing has changed, man. Against us, they've been against us. They force us to follow their ways, their wicked ways. You understand? And we don't keep none of our ways and the ways of our forefathers. Who are we, man? Who were we? You understand? Who was we and who? Because who we were is who we are today, man. But we've lost that way, man. And guess what? We're bringing it back in the ISUPK, man. That's what this truth is all about, man. You understand? Right. The Lord wants his children back, his chosen people back, man. Because we ain't meant to be serving the oppressors. We're supposed to be serving the Lord, man. How do you serve the Lord? You keep the feast, the ancient feast of the Lord, man. How do you serve the Lord? You keep the Sabbath day, what the Lord says for you to keep, man. Why? Because you're the children of God.
That's right.
What do you keep? You profess yourself to be a Jew. You understand? Why? Because you're the real Jew that the Bible speaks of, man.
That's right.
You understand? And that's what you're supposed to profess yourself to be. Not what the heathens called us. You understand? The heathens give us a name, we take it and run with it. Afro-American, African-American, West Indian. What kind of names are those, man? Blacks, Hispanics, you know, those slave names, man. They took our actual name away from us and give us slave names.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they did, man. Because if we was a Jew, everyone would respect us and uphold us in the earth. But they're not doing so. They standing on our necks, trampling us down into the ground, man.
Right.
That's what they're doing. Why? Because we're not walking with the shield or the seal of the Lord, man. The seal of Zion has lost its glory, man. We're the seal of Zion, but we ain't got no respect in this earth. It's lost its glory. But guess what? We get it back in the ISUPK, man.
That's right.
And it's the only place that you can stand on all 2 feet, man, firm, you understand, in this truth without being shaken or stirred, man. You understand? All right? So read on.
By the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices.
Did you hear that, black man, Hispanics and Native Indians? Our people are compelled, even to this day, on slavery, on this side of the earth in slavery, man. We were forced to keep Christmas, man. We were forced to bow down to white Jesus, our people. You understand? Hence why most of our people are Christians today, have lost their mind in Christian sanity today, man. Because we were forced, compelled, forced, man, to observe the same fashion of the heathens, man. We're forced to keep Thanksgiving, right? And they call it Thanksgiving. But they killed our North American brothers, man. You understand? Forced to keep those things. Now we're not so forced today, but we're forced in a different way. Oh, what are you doing for Christmas? Oh, you're not getting nothing for the kids. Right. That's forced, man. That's a force. That's now you got to explain to these work colleagues and whatever about why I don't do Christmas. I don't do Christmas because it's of the devil, man.
That's right.
That's why I don't do Christmas. I don't do Christmas because I got my own feast of my ancient forefathers, the ancient feast to keep, man. The Passover, you understand, the Feast of Dedication. You understand the Feast of Tabernacles, the Feast of Trumpets. You understand the Feast of Purim. You understand the Feast of, and we got the Passover. What else have we got, man?
Hanukkah.
Feast of Tabernacles, etc., man.
Hanukkah coming up December 17th.
Right, we've got enough feast. Salakia, one sec. We've got so much feast to keep. We don't need no feast of the heathens to keep, man. Don't need none, man. We've got enough. Salakia, say what you're saying.
No, Salakia, I was just saying Hanukkah on the 17th of December.
Right, yeah, that's kind of dedication, right? Yeah, man. Yeah. Right? We got our own feast to keep, black man. We need to come back to our laws, man. Our statutes, our commandments, our God, our nation, our brother, building our brotherhood, building up back our people, man. That's what we need to come out of her, come out of Babylon, man. Come out of all the confusion. You know, everyone's accepted. Everyone can be whatever they want to be. Diversity. Come out of that garbage. It's all philosophy of madness. You understand? Philosophy of just them destroying us. How do you destroy your people, man? Tell them we're all included, but then you treat them like trash. We're all included, but then you keep them down. Come on, man. We need to wake up, man.
And Salakia, sir, if I may,
yeah.
How the hell are you gonna listen to the white man who's done nothing but murder and killing of the earth? Are you gonna listen to a damn murderer and a fugitive, man? And take teaching
a damn
from
devil and a fugitive, man. Right.
Salakia. Are you gonna take advice and teachings from a man that ain't got no morals? And done nothing but rape, murder, pillage, and steal, and then you're going to take information from him rather than take it from us.
That's right. That's right, man. A man that's got no morals, man, no etiquette, no, a man that's a sexual deviant, man. You understand? A man that doesn't uphold his own standards, man. He gives you one thing, tells you one thing, and does the other, man. Right? A man that doesn't stop stealing and killing and raping and plundering and murdering everybody and everything to get everything. A man that steals until he cannot stop stealing. He robs everything. He steals and he cannot get enough. How are you going to trust a man like that? Wicked. He has no remorse for anything good in the earth, man. No, no respect for it. You just want to profane it. You just want to destroy it. You say you don't eat pork. Guess what it does behind your back, man? He puts pork in something and gives it you to eat, and then turns around and laugh. That's what kind of devil, that so-called friends of yours, that's what they'll do, man.
That's right.
That's how they are. Stay around them to shave off your eyebrows, shave off half your beard. Yes, you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You're a righteous man. You got heathen friends. Tell them you're an Israelite. And they do some dumb, some Edomite shit and shave off your eyebrows.
And stick it on your cheek.
Shave off. And Salakia, dog. You get me? Yeah. These are the things they do, man. And they love it, and they'll video it, and they'll do whatever with it, and it just we can't be around these people, man. Like that. We can't marry into these people. We turn around. Imagine our people never let dogs sleep in the bed, or dogs, on the settee and on the, certain things, and let dogs in a certain way. Now dogs eating off your plate, eating off your fork. You know what I'm saying? Drinking out your cup, like things like that. Things like that, and then you get with one of those, and guess what, man? The dog's in your bed, man.
Khan, Salakia, sir.
Talking about, grr, you're there trying to get some, and the dog's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is mine, man. Like, what the, see all the time? Dog's in the middle of the bed, yo, taking your space. But anyway, the point is, man, listen, we have to just humble ourselves, man, and return to the Most High, man. That's what we need to do, man. Go on.
So like it's Genesis 25:23 said, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, 2 manner of people, sir. 2 manner of people.
Yeah, there is 2 manner. Right. Yeah.
Just to
2 manner of people.
Yeah.
2 manner of people. You understand? This is what I'm saying, man. People don't understand this Bible yet, but this is why ICPK is here, man. 2 manner of people. This is where the so-called Caucasians come from. This is where the Jewish man come from, man. And this is where the real Jew come from. This is where Kanye West come from. And this is where the man that professes himself acting like he's a Jew come from, and the Jewish man come from. These 2 right here. 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, man.
Right.
So when Rebecca gave birth, is 2 twins, man. And guess what the Lord said? The elder shall serve the younger. And the elder was Esau, man. And the younger was Jacob, man. The younger was Ye, man. The younger was Kanye, man. And he can't even profess himself at all to be a Jew, man. What kind of wickedness is that? What kind of wickedness is that, man? You understand? And black man, we need to know that all nations has conspired against us, man. This is what's been hid from us for centuries. This is what the Jewish people have been paying billions to do to us, to destroy us and hide us from the truth, man. To hide us and tuck us in the ghettos, tuck us in the slums and the zinc pens so we can kill each other off, and we can be there like crabs in a barrel. We can fight against each other instead of looking at the real enemy. We see each other and we're like, oh, I hate him. Oh, I hate you. I hate that. I hate that. And we hating each other and fighting each other while they earning owning the world trade, man. They owning banks and everything else. And what we got, man? We got there. This is my corner, yo. This is my turf, G. What turf, man? What turf, man?
Negro don't own nothing. Negro
what
don't.
We got now? We ain't got jack, man. You know what we got? We got the chance for high overheads to sell in the takeaway. And the money you got to make, the money you make, what we make, we got to pay back to the oppressor who owns the building, and the overheads is all the way over our heads, man. Can barely make it. You understand? That's what we got left. Man. And the barber shop, same thing. When you hire that barber shop and you try and do your little barbering thing in there, clip 2 headpiece and so on, and that's it. That's it. What else have we got, man? We got a takeaway. Have we not takeaway? So like, have we got supermarkets? Right? Have we got warehouses? Have we got factories? Have we got big buildings, etc., etc.? Nah, man. We ain't got nothing, man. And that's the real Jews, man. But thou art rich, though. We read it in Revelations 2 and 9, right? I know thy works in tribulation. This is Yahweh's very word. This is Christ's words. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, man. We're rich in the spirit, man. We're rich that right now we ain't got a part with this whole earth. In this whole earth, we ain't got nothing. We ain't got a position in here. But after this, we're gonna get the kingdom of heaven. We're gonna get the rulership on this planet Earth, and we're gonna rule over all nations on the face of the earth. That's the kingdom of heaven for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man.
Right.
So our sufferation, what we're suffering now, that's what we're gonna have in the end, man. Not that block. Oh, this is my turf, my corner. Yeah, this, you know, none of that. We're gonna own the whole earth, man. Under the Most High and Christ and the angels, man.
Right.
You understand? That's right, man.
All
right. So time is Salaki. I can't see the time.
Yes, 5 past 6. Salaki.
5 past, right?
Go on.
But Salaki, what time? 5 past?
5 past 9. 6 past 9.
5, right? 5. Can't you
it's
chopping
6.
up a bit, so can't you?
It's like
6
All right, no
minutes,
sweat.
6 minutes past 9, other one.
Khan, all right, yeah. So we'll call it, man. All right, so over to Alban, yeah. Gonna
Come on.
do the announcements, yeah.
Come on, sir. We are the ICPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding Jenny Hanna. Rules for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. And after 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. And after this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or the teacher. There's also a priest fund, which is a free will offering for the priest, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocations is the Feast of Hanukkah, Feast Dedication, which is on the 17th of December. All Akim and Aqua, remember to set the bulletin board in the hallway. And if anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. There's boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. And with that, I'm Madiam. I'm going to give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Yemid of Israel, I'm Madiam. I'm Madiam Shabbat. I'm Madiam. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yajamatah. Class dismissed.
Salakia, are you going to mention Passover?
Slakia. So anybody I don't know the dates on it.
It's the 1st of April. 1st of April it is. I can't remember where it is. 1st of April.
Okay.
I believe.
All right. To one class anyway, other one.
God. Yeah, man. Most in Christ.
Yeah. All right, other one.
All right, we say
Shalom.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Barakathon to the brothers. Yahweh Shemar Alathon Hashem Yahushai to the sisters. All right. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
Shalom.